Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. It is Julie of Julie's Plans. Thank you so much for joining me today. Honestly, I think I was at a point up until maybe 30 minutes ago where I wasn't even sure if I was going to film any content, just because I know that we're all dealing with a very stressful time right now with the coronavirus, and I'm trying to make sure that while I want to still be creating and providing content, that I'm just not making matters worse, if that makes sense, because I myself am dealing with a lot of stuff with all of this. And yeah, I wish I had better words. I was more eloquent with the things that I had to say, but I have a very frustrated, aggravated heart right now, and I'm trying to pick my words wisely because of my position at work, plus where I work, and the fact that I know that people within my organization will watch my videos. So just please know that that's where I'm coming from when I am filming and when I say or choose not to say certain things. So how are we going to start this off? I had to think for a second, but I guess I'm just gonna keep moving forward while talking. Seriously, that's where my mind is at right now. How am I doing? I wish I was doing better. That's just what I have to be 100% honest with you guys, especially those of you that know me very well. I wish that I was doing better. I wish that I was as strong as I thought I was. I absorb a lot of emotions around me, and it's just, I'm really struggling. And I'm also struggling with the way the organization that I work for is handling things. And it's just making me very sad and aggravated all at the same time. So for those of you that don't know, or maybe are new to my channel, I am a GS employee, so I do work for the government. I'm a non-essential employee. It says so on my position description, which is a legal document. There's a reason I said that, but I can't go into too much detail. Anyway, see, I'm losing my words. I also need my whiteout, damn it, and it's clear across the table. I need to white out some of these numbers. So anyway, I'm a GS employee. So yes, I work for the military. There's just a lot going on. I do work at a medical clinic, so you can imagine things are pretty hectic. Again, though, I work at a clinic and not a hospital, so there is that. Other than that, I was sick for the last week or so. I'm actually still recovering. They're not even sure what's wrong with me. We've had chest x-rays done, all that stuff. So to top it off, all of these things were just kind of like a domino effect. I was already not feeling well, and then just started to feel worse, and then the week got worse, and I mean, it's like you can't make this stuff up, right? By the way, I'm gonna forget a lot of things I would normally say, but this is kit 221 from Planner Kate, and I ordered the usual things. What else was I gonna say? I need to focus. Give me a minute. So I still wanna plan. I still wanna do all of these things. I don't even know where I left off as far as what I was saying before I took a minute to gather myself. I still want to plan because I enjoy this outlet very, 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 very much, and it has over the years proven to be very helpful for my emotions. It has been just a great way to just get away from the things we can't get away from, you know? Like right now, the news, social media, all that stuff. So I am just trying to keep as much normalcy in my life as I can right now. You know, as best I can, honestly, because I can only control so much, right? So I did decide to push forward and continue to plan what little things I have to plan. So speaking of things that I have to plan, my work is still open for business. And while things aren't open completely for normal business, we are still open for business, whether you are essential personnel or not, you are required to come to work, or you can choose to take your own leave if you feel the need to self-isolate. Again, I have a very strong opinion about that. But I'm just gonna keep trucking along. Let's put the weekend sticker down, shall we? So I'm a little bummed because this week was also supposed to be my son's senior prom. Obviously, with everything that is going on, there are no large gatherings going on unless you work where I work, where we are still gathering in large groups. Insert eye roll here. Hopefully that stops this week. For sure though, that would be great, right? That would be fantastic. What else? So what am I doing to deal with how I'm feeling? Honestly, we've been watching movies. I still have to go to work, so my everyday life is totally consumed with what's going on in the world right now and how it's affecting our community and things like that. So I'm still at work, all of that stuff. But this weekend, I really just took some time to just unwind, have a few beverages, play video games. Not much of a gamer until now because I needed something else to just occupy my thoughts. So yeah, that's what we're going with. Let's see. I want to use the no school sticker, but probably gonna have to use it from now until the next, I don't know, the rest of the school year. Let's see, what could I pair it with? I was gonna use this washi. I wish that I would have gotten some additional washi, but I didn't. I do have scissors. I could totally butcher it and like freehand cut the sticker so that I can mark that there's no school. So anywho, I really cannot gather my thoughts, and I just want to apologize because I guess I didn't realize how much trying to plan in a time where it's very hard to plan, how difficult that would be. But I also don't want to like sugarcoat things. I don't want to be like everything is, you know, perfectly fine and this is going to be a fabulous, so that's just how I am. You guys know that. So let's just go ahead and mark that there's not any school this week, because there is indeed no school this week. Okay, that side is cut way more crooked than the other side, but I don't think that you can really see it, to be quite honest. So we're gonna remove that prom sticker. I am going to my plan is to still put up videos all week long, or my normal 3. If I were home, I would probably honestly make an effort to post more videos, but I'm going to have to currently stick to my 3 per week schedule for YouTube, so that will stay as normally scheduled. Okay, so those are down. I'm going to put these 2 for my normal editing days, and that will be on Tuesday and Thursday. And I might grab some of my Munchkin stickers to mark sitting at the computer and having a good old time. I'm gonna use these ones from Coffee Monsters Co. I kind of like this medium size. So going back to what I'm doing to sort of kind of decompress from everything as much as I possibly can, because I know that there are people that do work in the healthcare field who don't have that ability. They're at work nearly 24/7 on the front lines dealing with all of this. So I don't want to sound like, oh my God, this is so much for me, when I know that there are other people really dealing with this on a whole different level. And I guess I also want to throw out the little disclaimer too, that I am fully aware how lucky I am that I still have a job. I have been seeing, you know, some stories left and right of people who don't have an option at all, and their places have shut down and they don't have a choice. You know, they're shut down and they also don't get paid. So I realize that I am in a unique position where I can choose to take time off and not get paid, because again, if you don't follow me on Instagram, I explained why. I just currently don't accrue any leave right now because I took advanced leave when I had my hysterectomy. So I'm still paying that back. So as I earn leave, it goes into that pot that I'm paying back. So if I choose to self-quarantine right now, it will cost me money. So there's that. Just trying to get, you know, just be straightforward about that. So that's where I'm at with that. Where are my stickers? Okay. So I think I'm gonna do filming on Sunday because I think I was always putting it on Saturday, and it just doesn't happen on a Saturday. We're normally running errands. Right now, we're not doing anything, but Sundays just seem to be the best day. Yesterday, being Saturday, I took a whole lot of time off from not focusing on YouTube, not focusing on social media. I vegged out on the couch, we watched movies, I played video games, we had a lot of unhealthy snacks. It was perfect. And it was just what I needed to kind of get out of my own head for a little bit. And I think I'm gonna use another Coffee Monsters Co. Little Munchkin for filming. Okay, so there's that. I feel like a lot of other things are gonna be kind of hard to plan. There will be no sports for my son, obviously. We've also decided, like HelloFresh still gave us the option to place our weekly order. We went ahead and skipped this week. We'll probably continue to skip for, you know, an unknown amount of time. We're just not gonna do it for right now. What else? Time to put down all of these amazing meetings that we're having at work. And this will actually probably get very full with a lot more meetings. Because that's just what's going on right now. There are a lot of meetings and a lot of them are very last minute, so I won't even be able to get them all in here. So there is that. And sometimes I don't even know that I'm attending a meeting until it's like, hey, can you go and sit in on this meeting kind of thing, because that's just what's happening. So there is that. Let me grab a few meeting stickers. So some other things that I really am going to start really focusing on is journaling. I actually saw a post today from Jen McIntosh on Instagram about how she's using one of her Erin Condren petite journals, and I was like, you know what, I really need to, and there goes my neighbor's dogs. We're just gonna keep moving along. But I really want to focus on journaling and just kind of purge all of my feelings out on paper. I have found for me personally that works a great deal instead of me holding on to everything so much, because it can almost be crippling for me. I don't know if any of you are like that. Let me know down below. But if I hold on to things and I let it fester, I almost can't function, to be quite honest. I almost cannot function. So let's get the sidebar sticker down. And let's see. Oh my goodness. Well, nothing has changed as far as sticker placement for me. Okay, so there is that for the sidebar. Oh, there is also a payday this week. Isn't that's awesome. Okay, so let's put that on. Is it on Wednesday? I don't even know. Yes, it's on Wednesday this week. All right, payday. I know it's here. There it is. Okay, there is payday, and let's use a little $sign here. Other things are still functioning, like garbage day, which is awesome. I completely appreciate that. Trash is still being picked up. So let's talk about something else. As far as like food things go, we've kind of been going to the store actually this week was the first time I really had to go. I went to the On Post grocery store. If you're not military, it's the commissary. Sounds a lot like, you know, the prison store, but commissary is the same thing on Post. I went there and I had luck finding milk. For a few days we couldn't find milk anywhere. And I've kind of just been trying to stay ahead of it, if that makes sense. So like when we were down to like a gallon or like a little less than a gallon, I knew to start looking, and it took us like 3 days of going to different places to see if they had milk. So toilet paper, we actually bought a case of it like almost a month, 3 weeks ago. So before everything kind of just went bleh. So we're still good on that. We're not having to go to the store for anything like that. Our regular grocery trip last Sunday, we did delivery for. So we're good on a lot of things there. For a couple of days, we couldn't find chicken. We have since found chicken, and we just got what we needed for the week. So, I mean, I highly encourage, I know a lot of you are already doing this, but maybe if you're not, just maybe consider holding off on buying such large quantities of things. The stores are going to keep restocking, but if people go and they buy massive amounts, more than what they actually need for, you know, a certain period of time, then it doesn't really give other people the option to shop. So I think let's just remember to take care of one another, if that makes sense. Leave food for other people, leave room for other people. Don't go to places where there's going to be crowds. If things are closed, try not to complain about it. They're closed because if they don't close, people will gather. And if we gather, it continues to spread. It's just, I know that this is hard. I completely get it. And I think that's what I'm struggling with at work, is because we're in a situation where we're kind of forced to be in a building together. And it makes me very, 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 very nervous, because they have, you know, proven on the news that you don't need to have symptoms to spread this. And I'm just truly terrified that I will bring something home to my family and cause them harm. That's my big, I need a break. Hang on. All right, I just needed a minute. I get very, very emotional when it comes to talking about my family. So I am going to still, I think, just to help myself have some sort of sense of a schedule as much as we possibly can, especially with my kids, because I know that it will help them. I'm still going to put down what meals we're having for the week. Right now, honestly, as of this moment, I haven't actually meal planned. But I will probably later today just sit down and chat with my family, like what kind of meals would they want based on what we have, and we will work through that. Now, as far as school, that was another thing that I wanted to talk about. My son's school was they were just amazing. They're doing digital learning, so they have to check in at certain times for the different periods of the day. Like they were on it. I was extremely impressed with the school system here, with the constant communication and the structure that they're providing for these kids. I know that it can be harder for younger kids, so I can't really speak to that. I also want to add that there are a lot of great people in this community that are offering a ton of resources in that realm, as far as suddenly having to be there to, you know, homeschool essentially your kids during this time. And one of them is my friend Jen McIntosh. She has posted some things. Jen Dufour over at Jen Plans has also posted a couple of blog posts over on her blog, and I'll try to link all of those things down below. If I forget, just please bear with me, or remind me gently, please, down in the comments, and I'll try to add that. But there are a lot of people out there helping us, you know, as a community, which I think is just amazing and speaks volumes of what our community is doing, even though we're all far apart and all over the country. I think that as a planner community, we're in a unique position where we've always been apart. And during the hardest time, we know how to come together, even through the internet, you know? So I think that that's what's good, is we've always been able to come together through the internet. Like we're like, you know, we're definitely pros at, you know, communicating through the internet instead of communicating in large groups. So in person anyway. But there are a lot of resources out there if you are needing some help. You know, reach out to people here in the planner community, or even if you're not sure who to talk to or who to ask where to go to for help. I mean, you can even ask me and I'll try to point you in the right direction as best as I possibly can, as I'm still trying to point myself in the right direction right now. I think that was it. I think this is it. I think this is it for this week. I just want to say again, just thank you for joining me here today. I'm not even sure what this video is going to look like by the time I sit down and edit. I might be cringing so much at myself. But I hope that wherever you are, again, I hope that you are well. I hope that you are taking care of yourself and those in your immediate family that you are with. I hope that you are staying home if you possibly can. And just remember that as cheesy as it sounds, we truly are all in this together. So thank you again for joining me today. I hope that you guys did enjoy this video. And I will see you guys in the next video, because there's going to be more videos, I promise. Take care.